Mike Tyson, of course, has been a heavyweight for 29 months as a professional, and people are saying he fights a lot. Well, he has. He's had 30 fights. But when you look at those numbers, not any more certainly than Jack Dempsey or George Foreman. Here is the champion of the WBC and WBA, Mike Tyson. He is all business. He, of course, has won all 30 of his fights. Kevin Rooney, the man we spoke of a moment ago, leading him toward the ring. And Ray Leonard, there's been some conversation about the celebrity status, the newfound celebrity status, if you will, of Mike Tyson. And maybe it's hurting him. Maybe that's why he left training camp. There was that incident, of course, in the parking lot in Los Angeles. Now there's conversation he should have a bodyguard. He should have somebody deflecting the public away from him. What's your feeling about the whole celebrity of Mike Tyson?
Well, Barry, once you reach a certain status, quite naturally you have physical or either verbal confrontations. I think with Mike Tyson, he just started. And you need someone in there to deflect or alleviate the pressure, or even an arbitrator, which I have.
Of course, Tyson himself rejects the idea of a bodyguard. I mean, here's a guy who can beat anybody in the world. Sort of like somebody trying to foist a spokesman on Lee Iacocca.
And Tyson's entrance into the ring literally being heralded. And there, of course, is the record that we spoke of. 27 knockouts in the 30 fights of Mike Tyson in a 29-month career. He, of course, has already become the youngest man to ever win the heavyweight championship. Tony Tucker has come into the ring. He sprinted into the ring. Well, whether he sprints out remains to be seen. He's won 34, not 35. There was that fight with Danny Sutton. Remember that he went down with an injured knee. It was ruled no contest and not, as some people have said, a victory. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape, and there is one number that really jumps out at you. It's down at the bottom, and that is the 10.5-inch, or rather 12.5-inch reach advantage, 10.5-inch, beg your pardon, reach advantage of Tony Tucker over Mike Tyson.
In the blue corner, fighting out of Houston, Texas, weighing 221 pounds, with a professional record of 34 wins, no defeats, 29 KOs, he is the IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Tony TNT Tucker. From Catskills, New York, he too weighs 221 pounds. He is undefeated in his professional career, 30 wins, no defeats, with 27 KOs. He is the WBA and WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
Okay, now, here we go now. You've had your instructions in the dressing room to protect yourself at all times. In the equation of Mr. Tucker is chief second. In the equation of Mr. Tyson, the chief second. Let's get it on, come on.
There's a line in the movie Full Metal Jacket. You can talk the talk, can you walk the walk?
Or run the run, as it were. And we'll see what kind of tactic Tucker takes.
I was expecting Mike Tyson to jump right on Tony Tucker. Tucker, I had figured that he should at least tie his man up, try to frustrate Mike Tyson.
But is he strong enough to do that?
Well,
that was a good right hand by Tucker. That might have been the best shot that Mike Tyson has ever taken right there.
did you know that uppercut blocked Mike Tyson? He may have seen something. Technically speaking, no one gave Tucker a chance. But there are miracles here.
The last time Tony Tucker lost a fight was in 1978.
What do you see in Mike Tyson? And we always felt that he was susceptible to take jabs, but I think what Tucker saw in Tyson was the uppercut. He was susceptible to the uppercut because of his style, the way he launches in.
That was one of the few times I have ever seen Mike Tyson stopped by a punch.
What happened then was the best thing that Tucker could have done. Maybe got some respect from Mike Tyson.
Tucker said when we talked to him, he said, I'm not worried about what he's going to do to me. I'm worried about what I'm going to do to him. That's confidence. Another right hand.
Come on, here we go.
And another right hand by Tucker. Tucker seems willing to brawl with Mike Tyson early.
Step back. Get him up, Tony. Come on.
There was a left hand by Tyson.
Also, Tony Tucker stated that because no one expected him to win, that was motivation. And he's fighting with sheer motivation here. A lot of confidence.
Yeah, he said he likes being the underdog, even though it's the first time he's been one. Probably since he was an amateur.
You know what's happening? Every time Mike reaches in, Tony comes with the right hand, a counter right hand.
Step back.
Another thing you have to say about Tucker is that he has fought to the level of his competition and just a little bit better, enough to win. Against James Broad, frankly, I didn't think he fought that well, but it was against James Broad. Against Douglas, he fought a little bit better. And now we'll see what he can do against certainly the best fighter he's fought so far.
Step back, Mike. Step back, Tony. Step back, clean. Here we go, clean. Here we go.
Again, a right hand, but he took a right from Tyson. And another big right by Mike Tyson.
Step back. Step back.
And particularly for Tucker. There's a great left hand at the bell by Tyson.
Well, Tony Tucker is a 10-1 underdog. He wasn't 10-1 in that round. Now let's see the uppercut almost immediately after the bell. He follows a right with a left and rocks Tyson. The first time we've ever seen Tyson really rock back like that. And sitting way up in left field, folks, is Michael Spink, sitting in the last row of the balcony here at this place. We'll show you a picture of him later on.
Come on, grab it.
Kevin Rooney told him, go to the body, don't look for the one punch to the head.
What I like about Tucker is the fact that he's throwing combinations. He's not throwing 1, 2. He's putting 3, 4 punches together. And he's following up with left uppercut, left hook.
Led with the left uppercut that time.
Just has to keep those hands high. That's very important. Because Mike is rocking left and right, and looking for an opening.
Well, you know, Ray, I hearken back to your fight with Marvin Hagler, where after the first round, there was no question in my mind, at least, that your confidence just really surged, and you have to think the same thing about Tony Tucker.
Surviving the first round actually can turn the tables around on a fighter. It gives him the confidence. And again, what I like in Tony Tucker, is the fact he's throwing 1, 2, 3. He's following up with the left hook. He's using his height, his reach.
Don't look for one shot. Work that 7. Like that.
Good body shot by Tyson. That's exactly what Kevin Rooney was telling him to do in the corner.
Now, see, this is what Tucker needs to do. Keep tying this man up. Every time he gets inside, you got to tie those arms up and not let Tyson work that body. Tyson's trying to slow Tucker down by body shot.
That was a little bit low, and I think it's going to draw a warning.
You go down there again. Come on.
Tyson, 2 good jabs. Kevin Rooney had told us that when he tells Tyson to jab, he's not telling him to jab to box. He's telling him to jab to get inside.
What I want you to look for, but also when Tyson comes in, he puts both feet together, so it's easy to be knocked down. That was a good example. That uppercut is going to do the job over and over again. He really wants to frustrate Mike Tyson.
There was a left hand by Tyson, but it did not appear to hurt Tucker.
Well, Tucker wasn't given much chance, but of the 5 billion people on the planet, he's the only one who has a chance to beat Mike Tyson tonight.
This is the 3rd round. A lot of people did not think it would go this far.
Here we go again, tying this man up. Again, Barry, good tactics here. Can't allow Mike Tyson to punch inside. Now we need to see some jabs by Tucker. And some lateral movement, which we see now. And try to catch Tyson coming in with his head.
Get those punches up. Don't go down there again. Come on.
Mills Lane, very take charge as a referee. No nonsense guy. Tucker with another left hook to the head of Mike Tyson.
Body first. Combination.
Grab him. Get up that neck. Here we go.
Right on with a jab. Combination.
Tucker tied his man up and got out of the corner.
There was a good right hand again by Tucker. In close, catching Tyson on the way in.
He's finished with the left hook, Barry.
Let's get quick punching. Let's get back.
What's allowing Tony Tucker to get that hook and that uppercut in.
What's happening is the lateral movement that Tucker has, his jab, he's catching Mike as Mike's blowing him coming in with his head. The uppercut has been doing a tremendous and very effective job here.
That was a good left hand, and that staggered Tony Tucker.
Again, he's tying his man up. It doesn't seem like much. It doesn't seem effective for Tucker to be tying up.
Come on.
And he's getting warning from Mills Lane. But the fact of the matter is, frustration is what it caused. It creates frustration in the fight.
Watch out. You got 2 hands are free, Mike. 2 hands are free. All right, now you're tied. Here we go.
7.
All right, let's step back, Mike. Let's step back, Tony. Oh, give us that, man. Come on. A little better, man. Come on. Here we go.
Crowd booing the tactics of Tony Tucker, but I'm not sure. You don't disagree with those
I don't
tactics.
disagree at all because Tony's been tying his man up.
There was a good right hand by Tucker again.
But they're uppercuts, Barry. Do you notice they're uppercuts? Again, he's tying this man up. Frustration should show the face of Mike Tyson.
There has to be concern now in Tyson's corner. This is the most competitive fight he has ever been in.
On one punch at a time, it makes you listen than he pops it at one time, you understand? So you gotta use your jab. You gotta bounce him a little bit, you understand? Get the bounce in your legs. 7-7 combinations. You gotta combinate. You gotta throw the combination. You're just looking for one shot.
There you see Tucker backing up, catching Tyson on the way in with his long arms. And there, an uppercut. I'm going to show you my scorecard here in a moment. So far, I have Tucker winning 2 rounds, Tyson winning 1, Tucker ahead by a point.
We start the 4th round. And in Tyson's corner, they told him to box more. Just get your legs under you.
Everyone said we need to see combinations, not look for one punch. And that's where normally Tyson's able to dominate his opponent because he throws a barrage of punches. Not one punch, because one punch normally is not going to do it.
Interestingly enough, it is Tony Tucker who really is dictating the tempo of the fight, not Mike Tyson. I've never seen that before.
You see the intensity in Tony Tucker.
There was a big left hand by Tyson, and that was the one big punch. And another one.
You see, this is what Tyson wanted. He wanted Tucker to stand there and exchange punch for punch. In this case, normally, Tyson comes out on top.
Get him up, Tucker, come on. Sit back.
I think what the Tyson corner is looking for is whether or not Tucker can withstand this type of pressure.
Get him up, Mike, come on.
Mills Lane once more giving a warning, the second one to Tony Tucker.
Come here.
And now he's going to talk to him.
Now both sides are going downstairs too much. You watch those punches, come on.
Tyson needs to use his jab to get in because a lot of times he's lunging in, which makes him very, very vulnerable for a counter punch. Right hand. The jab of Tony Tucker is starting to work again. Take it downstairs sometimes. He needs to throw a jab downstairs, bring it back up to the head.
There's a right hand again by Tyson, but Tucker appears unhurt again. Definitely has his legs back under him after being hurt earlier in this round.
Watch out!
That voice you're hearing is the voice of Kevin Rooney.
Let him win.
Another good shot. And Tyson with another left hand. Very competitive fight so far.
Tyson there is just trying to wear his man down. He's just trying to slow that movement down. That movement seems to be affecting Mike's punches because he's not able to get his punches in there. But every time that Tucker stands still, you notice a big left hook lands from Mike Tyson.
Tyson has settled down in that round, going for a long fight. There you saw that he followed a right to the body that wasn't effective, Ray, but then he had him there for the left that he did throw right behind it.
But Tyson's starting to double his punch up a little bit more. He's starting to put his combinations together a lot more than in an earlier round. And in doing so, he should be able to land on the chin of Tony Tucker.
You know, something that could become a factor that you never thought would have is the fact that this, only a day ago, was a 15-round fight, and it has now been made a 12-round fight. And originally, you'd have thought that's sort of like making War and Peace from 1,200 pages to 1,000. Moot point, but it's becoming something that could be a factor.
Well, the factor is that Tony Tucker has initiated respect. He stood his ground. He rocked Mike Tyson the first round with a beautiful uppercut. So there's mutual respect here. Good hand speed by Tony Tucker. I just don't like when he stands there and exchange punches.
Tyson got the better of that exchange. Tucker said that everybody that Tyson fought has either run or stood right in front of him, and he said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move and I'll be firing. And through the first 3 rounds, at any rate, I'm not so sure about the fourth, but the first 3 rounds, exactly what he did.
That could be very, very inviting for a counter right hand. A lead-off right. There's the left hook. But you notice the left hand of Tony Tucker is starting to drop at his side.
Watch out!
I'm surprised there's not a lot of head movement from Mike Tyson. He's just walking directly in front of Tony Tucker. And that's why Tony's able to get those punches off. He should be giving a little more head movement. Left, right, left, right. Be less of a target.
By Tyson.
That was a right hand, Barry, but you know the problem that Tyson is making, it's one punch. We have to see more combinations if you want to get Tucker and get him out of there. I think Tucker, on the other hand, is fighting a superb job. He's doing a superb job.
There was a right hand by Tyson. Left missed, right was right there.
The cheer you just heard, ladies and gentlemen, is a Las Vegas cheer. The over-under in this fight was the 5th round, which means that if you bet this fight to go past the 5th round and that it was an even bet, you have won the bet. You would have heard a cheer either way.
Jab, jab, right hand. Jab, right hand to the body, right hand to the head. Spit it out. I think this, sip this.
I gotta slow down a little bit. But see, I gotta, raise it up in there. The guy done slowed down now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you can't wait on him. You got to take the knee, take the initiative. When you hit him to the fight, push him off, don't grab him, push him off and attack him. You know what I'm saying, baby? Yeah. It's ready for you now.
You get the feeling from Tucker's corner, Ray, that they think this fight is winnable.
Time.
Did you see that?
Time.
Now that was an interesting scenario. Tucker was trying to get his handlers in seconds out of the ring. The bell had rung.
They were so excited about the prospect of possibly winning the fight, they forgot to put his mouthpiece in. You can understand now, Ray, why Michael Spinks didn't want to fight Tony Tucker.
So I think Tony Tucker has surprised a lot of people.
Right hand by Tyson.
Tucker's corner want him not to tie his man up, which I think is a good move because it doesn't allow Tyson to punch. But instead, they wanted to push Tyson off and go at him, which I think would be a costly mistake. Mike Tyson's perpetual motion. He's always coming, so you have to break his rhythm, either with a jab or to tie him up and break that rhythm.
I haven't seen anybody be able to push him off, and I think he's probably fought stronger fighters.
Well, pushing a man off doesn't necessarily help because you expending energy by pushing a man off.
Right hand by Tyson, back Tucker up.
Here, Tucker is moving to his right. And what Mike has to do is move to his left to cut his man off.
All right, well, sit back. Come on, sit back. Punch you there, come in.
I tell you, he impressed me with his foot move because I didn't expect that much from him. But the fact of the matter is, it's making matters very, very tough for Mike Tyson to get inside.
Tyson looks right now like he's in it for the long haul here. And there was a big right hand. Tucker says, no, I'm not hurt. I've always found that to mean I'm hurt.
hand landed because, again, the habit that Tucker makes is dropping his left hand at his side.
And he took another right hand, got cute, and paid the price.
I think he's watched my fight before.
Yeah, I think he has too. I think his timing is not as good as yours.
Got in. There you see him use the left hand just as a way to get in, and then firing the right behind it. Now this is good fighting now that he's settled down. The great fighters don't go out looking for a quick knockout. The great fighters go out and fight, and when the opportunity for the big punch comes in, they take it. Like that. Tyson coming on in the last 3 rounds because Tucker has not been throwing as many punches as he did earlier. That little bit of insolence he had at the start of the fight to establish himself doesn't seem to be there anymore. He has to go on the attack.
Mike is not able to get set. He's not able to set his punches up to land on Tucker. There he got a warning from Mills Lane for punching while he was breaking. But again, you notice the movement of Tucker's really throwing Tyson off, not allowing him to get inside and be effective.
Tyson's jab in the last 3 rounds has been effective in allowing him to get inside on Tony Tucker. It's not a jab like Tucker's. Tucker predominantly a boxer, and Tyson, of course, a banger. But his jab does allow him to work in.
All right, one step back.
And we see Tucker trying to at least get a second win.
All right, watch the head.
He's very relaxed. I think what did it was that first round when he rocked Mike Tyson. He said, hey, I can punch too.
Well, in fact, in that first fight, he got a cramp in his left arm in the first round. A knot actually formed. It was with him the whole fight. And he feels it was just from tenseness.
Also, I think in the back of Tucker's head is the fact that the more rounds they go, the more credibility that he has because he wants to prove that he is indeed a great fighter.
You know, another thing that I feel we should at least point out here is there was a rumor in Las Vegas boxing circles the last couple of days that...
If you go down there one more time, it's going to cost you a point.
But there was a rumor about Tucker's right hand, that he had injured his right hand, and that's why he backed off training for the last few days.
That was 3 consecutive left hooks thrown by Tony Tucker. You don't see that from a big man. Not in a heavyweight. They don't throw those kind of punches.
Here we go.
Once again, Tucker trying to get cute, and again getting the worst of it, and still mugging with Tyson, which brings the crowd alive.
Well, when you do that, and I know from experience because I invented it, you got to be very careful because you're so vulnerable for a counter punch.
Here we go.
Ray, we have to give Muhammad Ali a little credit for that tactic.
I don't think so, no. Just a little bit.
Winning a round's pretty easy, but you can win them easy if you use your jab a little bit more. And you gotta listen. You gotta concentrate on getting inside and punching out. Punch out. You let him hold. You let him hold. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't even think that way. Give me that.
Now there you see, he's pointing at him. He's winding up, and he's going to get hit by Tyson. Talk about deflating somebody's balloon.
Here we go.
That 7th round with Tony Tucker being animated on his antics, the key to that is the fact from a psychological standpoint with the fighters intimidating this Hagler. I mean, I'm sorry, Hagler's on my mind now. But Tyson, it really affects a fighter.
Well, it is a fact. Tony Tucker has watched the tape of the Sugar Ray Leonard Marvin Hagler fight on numerous occasions. His father has kind of used that as a tool to get his charge going. Over left hand.
Okay, I like that in Mike Tyson because he's throwing combinations again. But whenever he looks for one shot, he's talking for a long, long night. Well, in a fight of this intensity, this magnitude, when you're fighting, you really don't feel it because your adrenaline is flowing, and you don't feel the pain.
He did throw a right uppercut there, which missed.
time. Give me time.
Tape on the glove of Mike Tyson. They'll cut it off. Momentary timeout.
That can make the world of a difference. Those few seconds of getting a breather can make the world of a
Want to cut
difference.
it? Yeah. All right. Cut it.
It doesn't seem like much, but right here, Tucker's being cooled off by his father with the ice pack on his neck.
All right, here we go.
This is the 8th round. We're scheduled for 12. Mike Tyson seems to have gained control of the fight.
That right hand seemed to have hurt Tucker. His knee seemed to buckle just for a second.
Right hand up on the top of the head.
When guys are in tremendous shape, it's very tough to see what, to tell whether or not they're hurt or not.
That was a right hand by Tucker, so.
All right, one step back. Come on, and let him go, Tony. Let him go, Mike. One step back. Here we go. Time.
Stomp your foot. Raise your hand. Keep him tied up in knots all the time.
I said that, boss, like you're doing. You're thinking you're looking like a champ. You're looking great. Frustrating, baby. Oh. But 2-3 punches
The question for an athlete like Mike Tyson isn't whether he's going to win, but how he wins. It's like a Sebastian Coe, not whether he's going to win the mile race, but what his time is. So what we're going to watch from now on is really, can he break down Tucker? Can he get him hurt? Can he stop him? Can he end in style?
You need to see more head movement.
That graphic a minute ago saying 15 rounds. As we mentioned, we are, of course, as of yesterday, going 12, not 15.
Come on, Ashley, get on!
You can hear Kevin Rooney yelling in the background. Get on him, he said. Wanted Tyson to move his head. That's something, Ray, you pointed out about 5 rounds ago.
Yes, you have to move that head in order to get inside and not be so stationary, because what's happening as Tyson bores in the uppercut, he's very susceptible to the uppercuts.
There's a right hand by Tucker that backed Tyson off.
Get him up, both of you. Come on.
Good body shot by Mike Tyson.
Sit back.
That was a big left hand, but again, Tucker shakes his head. I'm okay.
A lot of times, my left hook of Tyson's landed because that's the direction that Tony Tucker's moving. It takes away the power of it.
Come on, let him go. Let him go. It's box with me. Punch it. Punch free.
Get to the side! Jamie, get to the side!
Right hand right above us by Tyson.
Punch. All right, you got to want to have to penalize. Bro, stick punching some, okay? Come on. Come on, here, come on.
Mills Lane saying, I don't want to have to penalize you. Let's do some punching. Tyson getting off quicker with his jab now.
A good, short, strong, fast left jab of Mike Tyson.
All right, watch it, Mike. Come on, watch the head. Come on. Time. Whoa.
Now it appears the instinct for self-preservation has kicked in with Tucker, more interested in defending himself than in attacking his opponent.
Open up.
I have Tyson ahead 88-84. That means by 4 rounds. And unless Tucker can put some real hurt on him, he's lost the fight. He has to knock him down or stop him.
Get him by surprise.
On my card.
You pretty much agree with that judgment of Larry Merchant, right?
I think it's a little closer than that. But these last few rounds here are very, very important. Again, we're talking about judges' criteria, how he's scoring the fight, whether or not he's scoring the most effective punches or the percentage of punches that are landed.
Well, if in fact ring generalship is a key factor in judging a fight, I really do believe that since about the 5th round, Mike Tyson has been in charge of the fight.
He has been the aggressor. Mike has not been able to land the kind of punches we've seen in the past. And the reason for that is because of the way that Tony Tucker is approaching it, has approached this fight.
over here. Come here.
And now Mike Tyson will get his
All right, here we go. Come on.
drawers lifted rather than his hand.
Tony Tucker's right hand now is dropping, and that is asking for Mike Tyson's left hook.
Watch that head.
See,
Come
Mike
on,
can't get his left hook in because he's coming in first with his head. He needs to throw that short jab, then step. Like that. Throw a jab, then step in. Get close. Now come.
There it was.
That's what you have to do. That's what he has to do, brother. This jab's going to get him closer to the taller man, Tucker, and then he can throw his punches. Once again, though, you see what's happening here. Then he gets in. Now he's starting to cut the ring off. Now he's not following Tucker. Now he's inside again. The jab, once again, is effective.
As effectively as I've seen Mike Tyson jab.
Oh, there we go, Tony.
Not a jab that you use just to keep a man off of you.
Mike can't keep running with his chin like that. Not with the hand speed of Tony Tucker. I'm almost expecting someone to go down because a lot of times both guys are reaching in with their chins first.
Tyson was a little short with both that right and the left.
Watch that head, Mike, okay?
If this fight were a conversation, Tucker starts it off with a few feeble words, and Tyson finishes off each exchange with an exclamation point, starting to really dominate the action now.
You got to throw combinations. I want to see 5-punch combinations. You're throwing 1 punch at a time.
Tucker needs to do something dramatic. Will he try?
He looked a little bit like a tired fighter, just looking at him in his corner between those rounds.
Oh, because he's never fought at this pace. This is when your body aches, your legs cramp, but you got to push it. You got to push it to the limit.
And in Tyson's corner, they told him he got 2 rounds left. Fight for the full 3 minutes.
Your arms ache. They start to drop. You know you have to bring them up because you know somebody can throw a counter right hand on left hook. And the reason there's frustration is because of what Tucker's doing. He's tying his man up. Those are the antics there. Sometimes work. You get what you do, you reverse the crowd's approval. I mean, he's fighting his fight. He's doing his thing. He doesn't care what people say on the books or write in the books.
Well, if nothing else, you got to say Tony Tucker did fight Mike Tyson, and there's been a lot of Tyson opponents that haven't done that.
Good left hook by Mike Tyson. I mean, just check out Tony Tucker. He's a man of confidence.
All right, step back. Let him go, Tony. Let him go. Come on.
Come on, don't let him do it. Hey, go.
You know what happened? The crowd somewhat is booing. Some of them are booing. And while they're booing, it's because they expected the inevitable. And it didn't happen for him. Tucker's fighting a great fight.
One round at you.
Last round.
Last round.
Yeah, back. Bring it.
Last round.
Last round, yeah.
Use it there.
Throw him a combination.
Final combination. Step to the left or right.
Get here. Don't let him get in an over.
Let him get an over on you.
This is a crucial round here.
Breathe slow.
They think they got a shot. And with these guns, I don't know. You understand, man? I want to win this round big. You understand?
Yeah.
Get out there and do something with this fucking man. Don't think shit. Get in with that jab.
Mike Tyson is 1 round away from becoming the unified heavyweight champion at the age of 21.
Touch him up. Here we go.
But interestingly
This
enough,
obviously won't be a dramatic victory unless he does something dramatic here, but it has been a good workmanlike job.
these judges, you never know. You got to go out there and win this round big. So Rooney just being a realist.
I have to say something, Barry. You know, when Tony Tucker won the title against Buster Douglas, I felt that he needed more experience to deal with Mike Tyson, that he wasn't strong enough, nor had the experience to deal with Mike Tyson. I say it'd probably be a blowout. But he said, so what with these so-called experts? I'm going to show you. And this is what he did tonight.
And he has. Even if he loses the fight, he's probably made more friends than he has in the 34 wins that he's had.
Friends and believers.
And a guy who wasn't in there just to survive either.
Step back. Come on, there you go. Come on.
Stop it to the right hand! Watch out!
All right, well, step back, Mike.
Tony Tucker, as Larry Merchant's always fond of saying, he had the big hat, and while maybe he didn't have all the cattle, at least he had a couple of cows. Crowd getting a little tired of that. Tucker seems to be fighting the kind of fight that he thinks he's winning. Big left hand. Tucker says, no, I'm all right. Tyson's finishing with a flourish. And so is Tucker. Great finish to a pretty entertaining evening.
Well, Tony Tucker talked the talk and walked the walk. He fought him. And he was a better fighter than most of us knew that he was. There's an old saying in boxing, you never know how good an unbeaten fighter is. And an unbeaten fighter is hard to beat because he doesn't know that he can be beat. And that's how Tucker fought tonight.
Conversation going on between the two. This seems of a friendly nature.
Praise the Lord, Mike. Praise the Lord, baby.
Tony Tucker, very religious man.
And here's my card, which we will put up in a moment. I have Tyson winning clearly. In terms of rounds, it comes out 8-3-1. The impressive thing to me is that Tyson was really rocked in the first round. He took the punch, he gathered himself, and after a few rounds of uncertainty, just went after it as a fight and let it happen.
119-111. Judge Julio Roldan scores 118-113. And Judge Bill Graham scores 116-112 for the winner by unanimous decision and undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
So Mike Tyson, not surprisingly, the unanimous decision winner over Tony Tucker.
Okay, Mike, undisputed heavyweight champion. Are you happy with the way you fought tonight?
Not really, because I was trying my best to punch inside, but it just wasn't together today, and he was very intimidating. It was very tough.
Was he a better fighter than you thought?
It was very hard to tell because he did a great deal of holding. He threw very fast punches. It was true.
And he really rocked you in the first round.
Yes, he did. He was a very hard puncher.
How did you gather yourself together after that punch? What did that punch mean?
After it hit me, it was history. It went away.
Did it in any way intimidate you in the sense that give you respect for him, that he might hurt you?
Not at all. Not at all.
It seemed that after several rounds, that you decided to stand down and not try to wing a lot of punches and just fight him and let happen what was going to happen.
Well,
in the
I was
fight.
thinking that because he was very intimidated, and he was freezing every once in a while, and I would think I would get him with a good right hand.
All right, we want to take a look at that punch in the first round, and I'd like you to describe it and just what happened, because
as you can see, I did a bad mistake, like Don Curry did. Come right up in the middle after I went down, instead of going to the side. And then he threw a punch, and I was careless and I got hit.
it seemed that he had came out into this fight with the strategy of trying to come underneath you as you came in.
Well, after he did the first time, there was no way he was going to give me the same mistake again.
What are your plans now? Everybody wants to know, are you going to fight Michael Spinks?
Well, I don't know, really. You have to talk to Jim Jacobs right here. He handles all
Well,
this.
what are your thoughts about fighting Michael Spinks yourself, whether it's next time or 2 years from now?
I fight whoever my manager wants me to fight. You know, I'm just a fighter. I do what he told me to do.
You're not as happy as one would think you would be for being the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Mike.
Because, you know, as long as you make mistakes, I tell you, you have no means to be happy. I'm a perfectionist. I want to be perfect. And I was trying to use my jab more, and I was just a little confused because he was holding a lot, but I stopped being frustrated and I just continued jabbing most through the round.
Let's take a look at what happened in the last round when he came out in some desperation and started to throw big punches again. Describe what you see. What was all this jiving and antics?
He was a little intimidating. He was trying to make me think that he was fresh and he was ready to go when he was not tired. I wasn't expecting him. But look, as soon as I come in, he grabs me.
Mike, congratulations.
Thank you, Larry.
Undisputed champion, 21 years old. Do you feel now that you're the undisputed champion, that really is more meaningful than the other championships in terms of history?
I knew I was the youngest heavyweight champion when I beat Berger. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mike, thank you. Tony, you fought a lot better fight than many people thought you were capable of. You really hurt him early in the first round. What happened after that? Why couldn't you follow up on it?
Well, you know, it wasn't no secret in the game. Early in the training, I hurt my right hand, and it was giving me some problems after the second round when I hit him, but I thought I still outboxed him. I was moving good. Mike Tyson is a young kid. He's what everybody, you know, everybody came here expecting him to win. The odds was, you know, in his favor. You know, if it was a close fight, I figured they was gonna give it to him anyway, you know. But I still thought I beat him. But that's okay. You know, the world knows Tony Tucker is here. I'm for real, and you know, I praise God, you know, because He seen me through the fight, and He protected me, and neither one of us, you know, got hurt, injured. I mean, so where we couldn't continue. But I still praise God, and I'm happy, you know, that I'm here. But, you know,
you were here. You made us notice you. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah.
And now, a few words to sum up. I'd have to say that at this moment, the heavyweight division is probably in better shape than it's been in some time. We have a unified champion, and we have a challenger that everybody wants to see against that unified champion, Michael Spinks. When will a Michael Spinks and Mike Tyson fight come off? Well, I wouldn't want to hold my breath. If Michael Spinks could make a business decision not to fight Tyson in this tournament, or not to fight Tucker for his share of the championship, then I suppose Mike Tyson can make a business decision on when he, as the undisputed champion, wants to fight this man. There are a number of reasons why the fight won't be held right away. One of them, obviously, is there's a lot of bad blood between the camps because there was a contract that the Tyson camp feels wasn't honored. Secondly, they feel they can remain active and make a lot of money, the Tyson people. And who can Spinks fight? And where can he make a lot of money? And if their man is active and the other guy is not active, that's all to their good. And finally, third, the longer we wait, the bigger the buildup will be toward an eventual fight between the undisputed champion and the undisputed challenger, as it were. And now I'd like to make a personal note here. In the early 30s, a real fight fan was courting a beautiful young lady, and part of the courtship ritual was to take her to the fights every single week. And 50 years ago tonight, they were married, and after that marriage, she never went to another fight again, which just shows to go you about how the prize fight business is, the subterfuges people will go through to get to the top. I had to be at this party. I'm glad I was at this party, although I would rather have been at their golden wedding anniversary party in Hartford, Connecticut. I want to send my love and congratulations to my in-laws, Jerry and Irving Stitt.